What's up, my friends, and thanks for checking out another one of my trivia unboxings on the Schooled Zone. If you haven't seen my trivia unboxing premiere video, be sure to check out that video first so you know what I'm doing with this video series. That way I can just skip over most of the details and just sum it up here real quick. So, collaborating with the mystery box company 1UP, I do trivia unboxings just like I do trivia walkthroughs of your favorite games. So not only will you get to see all the exciting merch that arrives in the box, but I'll give you guys cool factoids about the items inside. Two more notes before we jump into the unboxing. If you want to get these mystery boxes for yourself, there's a link in the description below that'll give you both a special discount on your order and help the Schooled Zone out a little bit. You get awesome collectibles and you get me a tiny step closer to doing YouTube full time. So click that link in the description below and use the coupon code SCHOOLEDZONE for your bonus discount. Second of all, I'm going to be adding another element to these unboxings, and that's unboxing your stuff. I mentioned this in an Instagram post not too long ago. If any of you want to send me anything to open or unbox on camera, not only will I give you an appreciative shout out, but I'll also give the audience some interesting facts and trivia about it. I'm sure you've probably seen mail openings on other YouTube channels. Well, this will be similar, except I'll do it right after the 1UP merch, and I'll give cool factoids about anything interesting you send me. If you want in, my address is down in the description below, as well as on my website contact page. Looking forward to seeing what you guys send me, if anything. I'm not a massive channel yet, but some fascinating things might come up. We'll see how it goes. Just one more thing I can do to kind of make these interactive with you guys. Plus, it'd be kind of fun to see what you guys have up your sleeve. All right, let's get into today's trivia unboxing. Here is the explanation card that comes with each box. Now, each month features a theme, and this month's theme is action. So let's get into the action. As usual, I like to start with the small items and work our way up. The smallest item in the box is usually a little button. We have that panda again. This time he's looking like he's trying to be the last airbender. Pretty cool. I'll talk a little more about The Last Airbender in a bit. Okay, the next item in the box is usually a cool sticker. This one looks like it's supposed to be Jack Sparrow from the Pirates of the Caribbean. He's holding a skull and quoting something that I think will make an awesome factoid here. I'll give some factoids about Pirates of the Caribbean in a minute, but the quote and pose he's doing here are a reference to Shakespeare. Specifically, his play Hamlet. It's probably one of Shakespeare's most famous quotes, actually. In the scene, Hamlet is going through a bit of a rough patch and is thinking about suicide. He's basically asking the big life question of whether it's nobler to suffer and work your way out of difficulty or just end it. Fortunately, he talks himself back from the edge and decides that suicide is the coward's way out. There's so much more to the story, of course, but all the factoids on the Schooled Zone are just supposed to be fun-sized snacks to get you to check them out further for yourself. The next item we have is a necklace-like item called a lanyard. It looks like it's decorated with characters from The Last Airbender. So there are actually two factoids I can give you here. First off, a lanyard is specifically a type of cord worn around the neck that is meant to hold something else. Usually like a key or a whistle or something like that. At conventions or press events, you'll see them with ID cards attached. The word comes from Old French, meaning a strap or a thong. They were usually worn by soldiers and sailors to secure pistols to their chest. Every once in a while, you'll see an aim sight on an antique pistol with a hole in it. That's where the lanyard would attach, I believe, so the black powder wouldn't spill out. As for Avatar: The Last Bender, that was a fun martial arts cartoon that aired on Nickelodeon for a few years last decade. The show featured the adventures of Aang and his crew. They had powers over the elements and tried to save the world. I think they made a live-action movie about it too, but as much as I'm into the martial arts, I never saw it. The next item in the box is usually some kind of bracelet. In this case, it's an actual watch. Now that's pretty cool. It looks like it's featuring characters from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not going to open this one because I don't usually wear wristwatches, and this would be a really nice item to give one of the kids at the Children's Hospital. I think I talked about Guardians of the Galaxy in a past unboxing actually, so be sure to check out some of those previous episodes if you haven't already. So instead, I can give you a quick factoid about wristwatches. So when were wristwatches invented? Well, believe it or not, wristwatches date back to the 1500s. I know, right? Of course they were rare and expensive, but they existed. It took another 300 years though before they became more commonplace and could be afforded by average citizens. People still like their pocket watches because early wristwatches were kind of heavy on the wrist. The first LED digital wristwatch though didn't appear on the scene until the 1970s, which of course changed the game for wristwatches. Next we have the random collectible plushie. I love these, not just because they're plushies, but for the random element involved. From the info card, there are 4 possibilities you can get from the Marvel world, and it looks like I got Crossbones. Man, that is so cool looking. That is definitely going on my shelf. So Crossbones is a villain, usually of Captain America. You probably saw him in the Captain America movies, but he first appeared in the comic books back in 1989. I can't remember if he has any superpowers or not. I think he's just a really killer fighter and a tactical strategist. Anyway, that's just wicked. And last but not least, the t-shirt, guaranteed with every box. Again, another amazing cross-genre mashup, this time between Guardians of the Galaxy The Last Airbender and Pirates of the Caribbean. Got The Last Airbender throwing some waves over Jack Sparrow and he's holding little Groot. I still can't get over how they get away with that. But what I can tell you is that these shirts are so comfortable. I wear them all the time around the house when I'm editing and recording videos. They're almost like wearing pajamas. Anyway, let's talk about Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, Caribbean pirates were real during the golden age of piracy, but clearly the franchise is based on the world-renowned Disney ride, which first opened in 1967. I don't know this for a fact, but I think I read somewhere that the Pirates is the most famous Disney ride of all time, right behind It's a Small World. Anyway, Jack Sparrow is a fictional character created for the movie specifically for Johnny Depp, but is Jack Sparrow based on a real pirate? He actually may have been based on a cross between two real-world pirates. One was known as Black Bart and the other was known as Jack Ward or Captain Birdie. Bartholomew Roberts was one of the most successful pirates of the age, capturing more than 400 ships during his reign and pretty much came up with the Pirates Code. Then there was Jack Ward, who was actually a famous Muslim pirate. He became known as the most famous of the Barbary pirates, also known as Corsairs. Love doing these factoids, guys. Such cool stuff to work with, too. Alright, well that's going to do it for this round. Hope you had some fun with me and maybe learned a thing or two. And as with all my trivia videos on the Schooled Zone, feel free to add your own factoids down below in the After School Club. I'll be showcasing more awesome collectibles each month going forward, culminating with that Christmas toy giveaway at the end of the year. And remember, if you want to get a huge discount on a box of your own and help the channel out a little bit in the process, then be sure to use the link below in the coupon code SCHOOLEDZONE when you order. And don't forget to send in your own stuff to get schooled on the Schooled Zone. Thanks again for watching. Throw a quick like on the video and share it around anyone you know who might get a kick out of this video. And we'll see you next time on the Schooled Zone. Peace out.